part of aviation, part of special events, and also a big part of Polk County is an event called Miss Florida. Oh yeah, it's big time. And that's coming up at the end of June, as it always does. We host it right here in beautiful Central Florida's Polk County, with a lot of beautiful ladies competing to be the top, I was going to say the top dog, but I just can't say that. That would be an oxymoron. But the fact of the matter is, Liliana, thank you so much for joining us. Miss Swan City, and you're going to be competing in Miss Florida at the end of June. Are you getting nervous?
I'm so excited to be going back to Miss Florida's Teen. So I had the pleasure of representing Mandy County last year, and now I get to come back and represent Lakeland area as Miss Swan City's Teen. So I'm getting a little bit nervous, but mainly excited to get reunited with all my sisters and just to really have a great time.
Now, where do you live now?
Right now I live in Mandy County, like
Manatee
right off
County.
of Anna Marie Island.
Okay, well, perfect. Great place to be from. Polk County, we like to think of Imperial Polk County, but the fact of the matter is, hey, that's a great place. And, coming up to Miss Florida, that's really a big deal, but it isn't about beauty anymore. It's about education. It's about scholarships. It's about what you've accomplished, what you do accomplish on stage during the competition. Tell us about that, because that's really the most important part.
So the 4 points of the crown are style, scholarship, success, and just service. One of the biggest things about Miss Florida organization is service. We have to have a community service initiative where we are outreaching in our community 24/7, but also scholarship has given me the opportunity to dual enroll at a partner site of SEU and has given me so many opportunities. So it's really not about the beauty, and it's mainly about the brains.
And so one aspect of the competition itself is the talent. What's your particular talent?
My talent is dance. I've been a dancer since I was 3 years old, and I just absolutely love it.
And did that get you into the pageant world? Was you started in dance and then got into the pageant, or?
So dance was definitely a big part of that because I wanted more opportunities to perform. I've been a performer. I love the stage so much, and it's given me an outlet. And I think the Miss Florida organization has given me the opportunity to dance more as well as just to perform more.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the life behind the scenes, okay, of Liliana. The beauty pageant world, the pageant world. Are you a student, or tell us a little bit about that side of you?
So I'm a junior in high school, but like I mentioned, I'm taking dual enrollment classes.
You're a junior in high school?
I'm a junior in high school, yes.
Really?
I've been homeschooled my whole life and decided to take some college classes to make sure I get my associate's degree when I graduate. So I'll be going into the business world, and to be able to take into that with my associate's degree will help me along the way.
Where are you looking? So if you're already thinking associates, you're already thinking 4-year school. Are you thinking anyone in particular?
Well, hopefully if I get my associates by the time I graduate, it'll only be 2. Praying it'll only be 2.
Yeah.
But I'm either debating between Liberty University, some other Palm Beach Atlantic, or some other schools around the country.
Okay, so Dad's happy because you're saving him a couple of years worth of money over there. Dad's got a big smile on his face over there. So Liberty University. So you are willing to travel outside of the state then for college if you find the right fit.
Yes, I am. Actually, both my brothers attended Liberty University. Funny story, which I'm so excited to be at the Sun and Fun Expo, is my brother is a pilot. So it's fun to see the behind the scenes, all the fun stuff he gets to see, and now I get to see it, and I really appreciate it. Well,
and especially at this event, you can peek behind the proverbial curtain. What's going on behind there? How does all that stuff work? And you can really get an education. I was talking a little bit earlier. It's a career path for so many people. And I was talking about my youngest son. He's older than you. Oh, man. And so, well, he's a captain in the Air Force now, stationed, in the B-1 bomber. So it's just a wonderful career. But your brother being a pilot, it's so different than so many people are exposed to or have the opportunity to be exposed to. And we have it right here in Polk County, Central Florida, which makes us special. because it's an opportunity that 90% of the kids throughout the country don't have. To see something like this at Sun and Fun is phenomenal.
So as far as business, you said you'd like to go into business when you graduate and move on. What are you thinking in particular?
So my dream is to create a non-toxic beauty line, because with pageants and dance, we put so many harmful chemicals on not only our skin, but our hair, and just in everyday life, we're surrounded by all these chemicals. And I want to create a healthier view upon the makeup industry, the lifestyle industry, and just an overall better perspective. Also, I'm a professional photographer, so I will be going into one side of the business world or another. Professional
photographer. Well, Jack actually has a face for radio, but he's so good on camera that he's here. Well, that's a great goal. We're so blessed to be able to live in an area, live in a country, for that matter, that and now with RFK Jr., on a mission to make America healthier again. We all need that. And so, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. It doesn't make any doggone difference. What does health have to do with that? It has everything to do with, hey, we need to make a concerted effort to live healthier, to be healthier, and arguably to think healthier, because it starts, at least according to Proverbs, Jack, starts with the way you think. So that's fantastic. It is so hard for us to hear out here, at least me. Jack has better hearing than I do, has a lot of things better than I do. But you're talking about, your future aspirations and those types of things. Where did that all start? I mean, what was the genesis of all of that? I mean, you don't wake up one day and think about, hey, I'm going to do this. What started all of it?
Well, I think for dance, because hopefully I'll continue to dance in my future.
Is that jazz dance or ballet or?
I do it all. I do jazz, ballet, point, tap. I do all of it except for hip hop. No offense to any hip hop people, but it's just not.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. You can slam them all you want.
It's not my personal favorite. I think God's put a passion and a drive in my heart, and to be able to pursue that has just given me the outlets, and He's just opened doors for me.
One of God's gifts, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Jack?
So ultimately, you participate in the event coming up at the RP Funding Center. You get to see all your friends that you've made through the Miss Florida and Miss Florida's Teen program. Who are you close to?
So, a funny story, one of my best friends in the Miss Florida organization was Miss Swan City Teen last year, Vaishnavi Rednam, and to be able to take this title has honestly been such a gift, because I get to not only relate with her through competing and all that fun stuff, but also to be able to represent what she was able to represent and to have that connection.
And how often do you wind up coming up here to the Polk County area to represent Swan City?
So I won about 2 weeks ago. I've been up here 4 times since then. So I've been up here a lot.
Good. We like to see that.
And just a little shout out to George Demedian, who coordinates the Miss Lakeland and the Miss Swan City and a few others. Happens to be a vendor here at Sun and Fun as well at the same time for helping us out, bringing you on and bringing you out here today.
Yes, we love Mr. George.
He's a good guy.
Wow, some great stuff. Liliana, it's been a pleasure. What a delight.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're involved in, what aren't you involved in, I guess, would be the question. We wish you the very best in academia. Obviously, in Miss Florida, you would be a wonderful representative of the state. We'd like to see that. Both Jack and I are going to see you there. We're going to root for you, and hopefully you're going to take away the title. But thank you so much for taking time out to join us today. It's kind of the rose. She's not between two thorns, but she's to the right of two thorns, right, Jack?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, fantastic stuff.
Well,
Liliana, thanks for joining us.
so much for having me.
Okay, you bet.